Good morning, everyone. Mm. So I think that any of us who are familiar with the scriptures find a certain consolation in Jesus showing himself to channel his divinity in so many human ways. And I'm not sure if this passage, the cleansing of the temple, is uncomfortable for many people, because I think especially in our Western psyche, we like to be justified, right? We like there to be a certain black and white to happen in life. Our Western minds like righteous anger. How many times do people get caught up in reality shows and where somebody suffers a small infraction? There's great rallying around the injustice and great rallying around the person and great validation for them expressing intense anger or explosive anger at times. That's just one of many examples that I think that there's something within that, probably the European psyche, coming from probably about 3000 BC, when weapons were first developed and we found our power. We found that part of our consciousness found its power in conquering, not just defending, but conquering. And so I think there is something that is generally satisfying when we read Jesus coming into the temple and seeing the hypocrisy and just exploding with anger. What can be missed, however, is that if that it did indeed happen, and if Jesus was indeed God, or at least enlightened, that this action came forward from a desire, from a holy desire, from a possessiveness to love the ones that were falling short of what love was about. It was, to me, a Durga action. We did a meditation early on. I think it was in the first week of Lent, that was a Durga, and Durga is this goddess who is the deity, is the entity. It's a feminine, destructive entity. That many-armed statue back there is Durga. That is somewhat the author of life, the destruction, the birthing, the sustaining quality of life. And Durga is most known for this energy that we have in this story of Jesus. So in John's gospel, and I know it's in other gospels too, the story is this. Passover was near, and so Jesus went up to Jerusalem. And he found in the temple area those who sold oxen, sheep, and doves, as well as money changers. He made a whip out of cords and drove them all out of the temple area with the sheep and oxen, and spilled the coins of the money changers and overturned their tables. And to those who sold doves, he said, "Take these out of here and stop making my Father's house a marketplace." It says after that his disciples recalled a phrase from Scripture: "Zeal for your house consumes me." They felt that Jesus was living this out. I know in the musical Jesus Christ Superstar, which I love, in that scene, I found that scene dissatisfying, because in the moment of the rage of Jesus, my take on the actor, Tim Neely, was that afterwards there was kind of a, oh my God, what came over me? But I think in Jesus's action there, he was fully self-possessed, like a mama who longs for the ones she loves to be free, to be safe, to know love. And that zeal was channeled in that energy. I would imagine that if we were to historically experience that, and I have experienced that in other individuals, I've actually experienced it in my dad. He has from a moment of zeal and love for me when I had something happen that was suffering. He just came forward with such fierce tenderness. That's what I think we're talking about here. There is a quality of divinity that is a fierce tenderness that is coming into the temple of our beings and will settle for nothing less because they know that anything less will dissatisfy us. Are you open to that? Do you desire that real clearing out of anything that falls short? I think what's most honest to say is that when we're in touch with our deepest divinity, we absolutely desire it. 100%, nothing less. And that there is probably within us threads that are still learning what that means, that are still hesitant, even for the best motives. Your soul is a temple. And how could you today let the fierce tenderness of the divine sweep through your soul? I don't think Jesus was angry at. I think he was angry for. How too can you be angry for your wholeness, or angry for the wholeness of humanity or the wholeness of creation in such a way that it leads you to a fierce tenderness? So this morning's meditation is actually going to be a time for you to let a mantra, instead of us doing a mantra, I want to play a mantra that's very sweet, that's a Durga mantra. I'd like to play a mantra and invite you in the sounding of that mantra to allow the vibration to move through your every cell, to move through all the hidden places within you. Allow the mantra to sweep through like a rushing wave, or move through like Jesus in the cleansing of the temple with a passion that's fierce and that's tender and that's all consuming in its desire and its love. So I invite you to close your eyes.
Durgashtakam idam punyam bhakti doyat pate naraha sarvakama vapnoti durgalokam sagacchati sarvakama vapnoti durgalokam sagacchati sarvakama vapnoti Durgalokam Sagachati. Om Hari Hara Priyaya Namaha. Om Vajrahastaya Namaha. Om Vararohaya Namaha. Om Sarvasiddhivaram Pradaya Namaha. Om Hari Hara Priyaya Namaha. Om Vajrahastaya Namaha. Om Vararohaya Namaha. Om Sarvasiddhivaram Pradaya Namaha. Shanti.
Allow the mantra to clear the temple of your soul, to create emptiness, so that you might be filled with divinity, to dissolve with ease anything that stands between you and union with the divine. The mantra energetically stops at nothing less than the fulfillment of all your desires.
Sandaya Kartikeyaya Parvati Priyanandanaya Cha Mahadeva Kumaraya Subramanyaya Te Namaha.
And as we begin to end this meditation, place your left hand on the center of your heart chakra and place your right hand on the center of your third eye between the eyebrows on the forehead. And breathe in a circular way. Breathe the vibration of Durga circling between the head and the heart, creating even more spaciousness for the fulfillment of all your desires for union with the divine. And now draw the palms together in front of the heart. And as you open your eyes, look at your palms resting together. See it as a consecratory gesture, sealing the meditation this morning, setting it into motion from this moment forward.